You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and welcome to our Commanders Recap Show. Joining me is Bowie TV's Commanders beat reporter, Candi Waller. What's going on, Candi?
Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
And on. This is back to back. I got back to back Bowie shows. I'm like I have Karita, now I got Candi. I'm work. Look, we in here. We're here.
So I was like, double header.
Double header. Boom. Like I don't got no sound. I don't got the sirens and stuff. I wish I had the sirens. That'd be awesome. But yeah. So y'all saw me doing the Ravens. Now you're seeing me on the Commanders. But speaking of the Commanders, last night the Washington Commanders fell to the Cincinnati Bengals 31-17 in their second preseason game. Before we dive into that game, we gotta knock out some logistics. Hey, check out our website, which is theurbansportscene.com. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to our Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. Also subscribe to the Bowie TV YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support the show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and also like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, Candi, let's get into it. Candi, before we talk about the game, there are reports that the Commanders are trying to trade running back Brian Robinson. B-Rob didn't play last night. Was there a different energy out there because of the news?
I don't think there was a different energy because of the news. Okay. I don't think, this is a team where, any type of adversity, any type of, they got to move forward.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn addressed the team on Sunday night. Mm-hmm. So they had some time to process whatever they needed to process based on that conversation. Mm-hmm. But Dan Quinn did share with the media that he addressed the team. So after he and Adam Peters met with Brian Robinson Jr., he also, the way he does business is addressing the team. So he did that at the hotel Sunday night. Mm-hmm. So by Monday night, everybody's got some time to process and do what needs to get done for the game.
Deluxe has a question. So what happened in the tunnel? What happened in the tunnel?
This is probably something based on Lake's tweet.
Oh, okay, I don't know. Okay.
In the pregame, right?
Okay.
The pregame yesterday.
Okay, that's what you referred to. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So we just talked about we talked about it at the pregame yesterday, and there's a lot that goes on outside of what the media even sees.
Gotcha.
And of course, whatever the media does see, you
can interpret it a certain way.
You can interpret it a certain way.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, they've discussed everything they need to discuss with Brian. And in terms of what happened in the tunnel, it was just observations.
Yeah.
Nothing necessarily happened, in my opinion, but something happened, but it wasn't like, you see people, you observe their character, you observe how they are, you observe behaviors, and that's kind of how it goes.
How about you were there was practice today, right?
No,
there wasn't practice today. Okay, so
not for us, not for me.
Okay, so when are you all back in practice?
Tomorrow, Wednesday.
Tomorrow, okay. Gotcha. That's going to be telling. That whole situation will be telling over there.
Thursday would have been the Ravens joint practice. So
gotcha. Yeah.
We're out there Wednesday and Thursday this week.
Got you.
Just for a little bit of time. I always have to now put it in context. Like, we're really there only a short period of time.
Yeah, of course. Like, because they're getting ready for the season and now it's about time. Yeah. Deluxe said, gotcha. Just had to ask. Yeah. Got you. Sure. It was a great, respectful question, Deluxe. You're awesome. Giving y'all a view. I'm on another show. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Dujane. You're awesome. Question from Paul. He says, Candi, being around this regime for a year, do you get the vibe that this is a no-nonsense group?
Well, I would, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think
she said quick, yes.
I think the NFL is no nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, we've had the luxury of really knowing what or how a true professional sports organization is ran.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting to see that in the DC area and some areas where we haven't seen it previously.
Facts.
So I think what we're witnessing is specifically talking Commanders on this show. This is how the rest of the league. This is how everybody else acts.
Yeah, this is how they move.
Just had Karita on, so the Ravens are like the bar for a lot of professional organizations. So I think that unfortunately, when it comes to the NFL, we just hadn't been privy to what professionalism looks like.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. We're seeing how you run an organization, definitely. All right, so let's go into the game. Like I mentioned, the score, Commanders lost 31-17. I didn't really have a problem with the score or the game. But what were your overall thoughts on the performance? And was that more of what? And what I mean by that is, was that more of what we were talking about after the Ravens, the Patriots game? Like, we didn't see Commanders football. Do you feel like we saw more Commanders football in this game in the game last night against the Bengals?
I think we saw more of it. The starters were playing.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I am. Like, okay, starters, all right. Figured you'd look like that. I still have concerns when it comes to a depth perspective.
Yes,
and so I'm still like, it's the starters and then who? Right? Then what? What you gonna do? So to the comment that you have here, yes, that's still an issue.
Okay.
It's still an issue. Now, I do still think the depth a little bit more of the play style and identity.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, from a play style and identity perspective, sure, absolutely. But
that's how I was at though with it. Yeah. Like I was where I was at with it was I mean personally I was happier with
it was much better. I felt much better.
Yeah.
But it just,
Yeah, it's just that I know I feel like the depth is the depth, right? I'm not gonna like come here and like just the depth of the depth. But in terms of like playing a certain way with energy, I just felt like I liked their upbeat mentality more than I liked it, like more than what I saw against the Patriots. Like I felt like they went into that situation, like I don't know, they went into that game. I don't want to say not prepared, but the energy, it just wasn't what I saw the last 2 years. Even last year, like in preseason, I felt like, not to say that everybody played like world beaters, but it was a certain level of energy and flying to the ball like I thought they played with. And I just didn't see that against the Patriots. Now, I did see that regardless of your skill set and what you can do, I did see that more against the Bengals. I just thought, like, obviously, like when we're talking about depth, the Bengals' second, third stringers were better than what Washington had. So I think that's where, when we look at talent, that's where the issue is. But in terms of like playing hard, I'm trying to play a certain way, I was like, okay, I was fine with it. I was fine. I thought they tried to compete. They competed more. Put it that way. They tried to compete.
Oh, for sure, because you got the starters on the field.
Yeah.
Right. You got the starters on the field, home, being at home, I think mattered. I think I might have posted, Mikey Samuel and Deebo Samuel coming out the field, coming out the tunnel first. It was a whole vibe. It was, but it's, somebody get hurt, Commanders might be in trouble.
Agreed.
So that's just the thing. I mean, you saw the Commander starters go out there and you see Jaden Daniels do him, and he admitted in the presser after he missed the read or whatever. Why didn't you go down? I wanted to score. That's Jaden. That's just how he rolls.
He's a wild boy.
And then it's kind of like, all right, get him off the field, and that's what happened. And you saw the Commanders defense give Joe Burrow a bit of a
turn. Man, I like that.
Now in the series, though, we got to go back to pre-snap penalties. Unfortunately, as much as everybody loves them, that fourth down penalty, pre-snap penalty on Frankie Louvu, they kind of got him because they know he's anxious.
That's what
they know he want to get after it, and they got him, and it worked. And it, fourth down penalty, that whole first series was built on Commanders defensive penalties. Then of course you got Noah Igbenogany, who got the 26-yard DPI, and so you got to go through. You got to. I mean, and that was at that point that I said, well, I'm glad this doesn't count, right? Because that is a lesson learned. Fourth down, of course you're going to go for it. It's preseason. Even if it was the regular season, yeah, you're going to go for it because if you think you can outsmart them at the line of scrimmage, that's what you're going to do.
Facts.
So that's what happened. And so I would look at things like that because the energy was absolutely where it needed to be. And I saw that, of course, with the starters, fantastic. Defense saw it as well, but you definitely saw those penalties. It was like, and you saw, the defense. I thought Quan Martin was excellent.
Jeremy was amazing, man.
Excellent. Jeremy Reeves continues through camp and preseason to be the standard and show that standard consistently. If you ever want to know what Washington Commander standard looks like on the field, Jeremy Reeves, everybody, look at Jeremy Reeves. I was just really zoom in. That's what it's supposed to look like each and every rep. And so good stuff there. Really good.
I'm with you. I said this about Jeremy. Jeremy Reeves is amazing. I'm sorry. He's amazing. He's amazing. Every time you all talk about him, like I see why y'all talk about him. Like he deserves a lot of flowers. What did Lux say? Deluxe says, I live in Baltimore. I can't escape observing the Ravens. This is professionalism, analytics, and a real roster construction at play in Washington.
The Ravens are the bar. They're bar in a lot of instances. And having been there for joint practices, you all know from Bowie TV, we got some of the parks out there, and just being around their staff versus the Commander staff. Let's just keep it a buck, right? There are differences throughout the years. Now it's kind of like the same. So that's great because they are the epitome of professionalism and they do everything the right way, from talent evaluation to coaching to play on the field to how they handle things internally from a business perspective. So the Ravens got it and the Commanders are getting there as well.
All facts. Eric says Quinn and Kingsbury have had up and down careers after two preseason losses following a promising debut last year. How concerned should we be about them getting figured out?
No more concerned than other coaches. We want to talk about John Harbaugh, right? We can talk about John Harbaugh. You can talk about Andy Reid. You can talk about Pete Carroll that just came back. You could talk about Nick Sirianni, right? Talk about Nick Sirianni. Just keep going down the list of coaches that people know of. We can talk about Kyle Shanahan. We can talk about Sean McVay. Just keep naming them. Throwing them out. People who have had some time in the league, people who have been with other teams. It is a thing. What I think is really, really important is how this coaching staff is structured. So when you look at the head coach, when you look at Cliff Kingsbury, please understand something. We talked about this a lot last year because remember, Wole, the coaching staff was one that I zoomed in on extra heavy last season. And I told you that when you would come out to the park, I would be like, oh, I'm watching them. I'm watching these people because I want to see how this works. Week 1 last year, Cliff Kingsbury said, oh, I already know. Everybody is looking to see what we do. It's not just Coach Quinn. He has an assistant head coach in Brian Johnson.
That's him,
right? Who is also the offensive assistant. Let's be very, very clear. In terms of coordinator, Cliff Kingsbury, it is not just Cliff Kingsbury. It is also Coach DeVita Pritchard, Coach
I like him too. I like Pritchard too.
And not only that, they do collaborative and cross collaboration where the defensive coordinator can easily tell the offensive coordinator what they're seeing and vice versa. They work across literally when they see stuff on film and they see something they don't think the team is picking up on, they're going to go and they're going to talk to you about it and say, here. They also, and you've heard Cliff say this a multitude of times, in which he'll say, oh, I screwed up the play. The players got it right. I screwed it up. He has said that publicly. So that's why I don't mind saying it publicly because he's already told everybody.
Because out there.
He has screwed up the plays several times. He talked one of the main games where he talks about screwing up a certain plays. Jaden and Terry got it right was last year Monday Night Football Cincinnati game. And if you're really paying attention to the game and you're really looking at the film, you have seen Jaden Daniels say whatever it is that he's saying, because I don't want to repeat it, and keep it moving. So that is what they do. It's not just one person. That is why they have this collaborative approach, because it takes more than 1, 2, 3, 4 minds to get it right, because everybody in this league is like, we're smart.
Yeah. And he's doing a great job.
Right.
And he's doing
yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. No, I cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they know. Right? That's the same people who are probably like, are they figuring out Jaden? Are they figuring out Dan Quinn? Are they figuring this one out, figuring that one out? Hey, listen, they got some goons over there that's very smart. So when they get the opportunity to say, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm doing, they have that voice and they can do that. So I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Yeah, I would. I feel like don't worry about it until it's proven, until it comes out. Like it happens. Like it hasn't happened yet, so there's no need to like worry about it. Because I felt I was worried about that with Cliff last year, and he proved folks wrong. So it ain't happened.
Like, what type of time what you asked me about?
Yeah.
Watch this. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, I'm serious. Like so if it happens,
but
if it happens, it happens. But in terms of like, I'm not looking at it for it to happen, because one, for Cliff's side, I mean, he has the quarterback, and both have the quarterback, right? They have the quarterback that I feel like can keep it afloat. So I don't think it's a big issue. Timothy says, why did we let Tinsley go?
Oh, I don't know. That's not a question that I have the answer to.
Do it.
I'm being right. When I know, I'm gonna give you an answer. When I don't know, I don't know.
Oh no, I like the honesty. I don't know.
Hey, listen, you already know.
I already know.
I'm not gonna gas y'all no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I agree with you. Trying to see any more questions other than non-comments. Yeah. He said thank you for that. I'll make sure everybody knows that. Yeah. Paul said, Candi and Wole, it seems to me that we will be a more physical team on both sides this year, gearing towards the Eagles.
I mean, what else they gonna have? They have to.
They have to.
I mean, I would hope that that's what everybody did in the NFC East. Anybody that's got to try to dethrone the Philadelphia Eagles, who made a move, and I mentioned this yesterday on the pregame show, who made a move the other day to get better.
They did.
Okay, they saw a problem. They made a move to get better. Pay attention to what the Kangs are doing. Pay attention to what the champs
what the Kangs doing.
Because listen, they're not faking.
They're not. They're not though, for real. They're not faking.
It's not a game with them. How many games did they win last year? Okay. Yeah. Remember, how many games did they win? Well, how many did the Eagles win? 14.
You're right.
And then won the Super Bowl.
No lies told.
You know, I'm here to be very objective. Don't play with those people. And so,
they gotta be physical. Yeah, you're right. Like they set the bar.
They set the bar.
They set the bar.
There's no room to trash talk. You know, it's room to challenge. I got that from Jaden Daniels. I took that from him in his press conference. It's room to challenge, but there's no room to trash talk. They won 14 games last year and they won the Super Bowl. So it's a very big thing. I feel like I saw Jacob Martin.
That's the deep number 50. That's 55, right? That's 55, right? Oh man, he's like an animal out there.
He had a good game against the Patriots, but he is quietly having a very good camp. Free agent pickup from the Chicago Bears, right? That was one of the questions I asked him in his free agent signing press conference. His game back from IR was the Hail Mary game. So I asked him about just the vibe of the team and what he witnessed coming back from IR, the energy in Northwest Stadium, just the whole thing. And he was like, they just never gave up. They just literally thought they were still playing football and still going to win the football game. They never gave up. And so he just said he was really impressed by that. So I thought that was great. I feel like I saw a comment about the running back room. And
maybe I got you. I got you. That's my man, Timothy. Since you were right about it. Is that what is this the comment?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was right.
Told y'all.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
and that's no shade to anybody.
Yeah, I know.
They all are excellent, but that's just the thing. They all are. So
Cody was good. Cody, man, said they definitely make win now moves, but also aren't discounting their future, i.e. B-Rob. I do think like that's what I like about are you talking win now moves? You talking about the Eagles or are you talking about the Commanders?
Oh, I don't maybe
because I will say like the Eagles make win now moves, and I feel like they're not.
They deal with tomorrow
And they don't hurt their future though when they do it. That's the thing that kills me. Like they make moves, but they draft right, and it's like it's a great combination of how they do things. I won't lie to you.
They're able to find a balance for sure.
Yeah, it's a nice balance of how they do things. I was campaigning for the B-Rob move. The second last season was over.
Now I think there's something very important to be clear that they shared in the press conference yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was planned to showcase more of Bill and Chris Rodriguez in this game.
That was already planned.
Yes.
Got it.
He made that very clear. Okay. That is why you did not see as much of Austin and Jeremy.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
You saw Cass and Dimitri doing what? Returns.
Turning, yeah. That's true.
Okay. But that is your running back room. That is something that I've been talking to you all about. So the focus there was the plan to get more reps in there to see what they have there. And Chris Rodriguez and Bill, which if you always thought that B-Rob and Chris could do some of the same things, why do you have Bill? Well, Chris and Bill do some of the same things as well.
Gotcha.
Right? But that then you pair Austin and Jeremy McNichol.
Gotcha. Okay.
As in Dimitri, who's gonna get that, right? Other than Jalen Lane, but who else? Right. So keep that in mind. Use your clues. Running back room. I have been staying over there for a very long time, for good reason.
Yeah. Is it like I mean, I gave my thoughts on this. I'm about to y'all. Yeah, I gave my thoughts on why I believe he's getting dealt. I think we said it in the pregame too. We talked about
it in the pregame. It's a tough business, and versatility.
Tough business.
Is one of the core attributes of this staff, and everybody else plays special teams.
Yeah,
and everybody else is serviceable, and a lot of good backs can be great against an improved offensive line.
Yeah, and also, I just feel like I think it's a mutual thing. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's a mutual thing. I think it's mutual. I feel like it got to a point because all the reports that you do great. You did a great job of reporting, Candi. All the reports that they don't line up to just saying like we always wanted to get rid of this dude. Something happened to a point because I'm not featuring somebody in a scrimmage if I'm trying to get rid of him. Like I'm not featuring him in that Patriots joint practice. I'm not featuring him in that joint practice if I'm trying to get rid of him. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm guessing he was working with the ones a lot against the Patriots, right?
He had all ones. Let's be very clear.
You're not. Then that's what I'm saying. Something happened. Like something was told to him. Exactly. Something was told to him. He didn't like it, and they said like, all right, we don't have to have you here. And vice versa. I want to be here. That's how I look at that situation. That's how I look at it. Because if I wanted to get rid of somebody, just use your clues. Like that's do what Candi does. Use your clues. Like if I wanted to get rid of somebody, if I wanted to put them on a trade block, I can use that time for Bill and C-Rod for the joint practice. They're more valuable right now than if I know I'm gonna try and get rid of somebody. So something happened recently. It you know what I mean? That's what happened. That's how I look at it. Because that's the case in joint practice that's where you get most of your real work. I'm putting in B-Rob. I'm featuring B-Rob there and not my guys.
He had an excellent day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I look at it.
A very good day. That's why I'm like, hey, listen, I'm there. And if you don't believe me, believe Cliff King.
Oh, that's why.
Because he on his own mentioned that practice.
Yeah.
With the pads on. All of that was B-Rob's best practice.
Yeah, that's why that's why I listen to you all, and that's what I'm saying. Everyone you said it, multiple folks said it, like that joint practice. So
that practice was fire.
Yeah, so I'm not. To me, this is something recently happened. It's not a thing that is like that. It's not a thing that just happened. Like that happened like weeks ago. They had this thought process weeks ago. It just recently happened. So. It is what it is. And, but you said, like this team has, and the reason they can feel this way is because they have a deep running back.
They had a deep room.
Yeah,
I first asked about the room on August the 4th. It was like, wait, hold on. Whoa, this is good.
And it ain't a special teams thing. The thing is, I think it's pretty easy to say without like to be real with you. This is what it is. Like, let's keep it a bean. Like, let's like not make jokes about it. For me, and I said this on the pregame. You could like, and you pretty much said it like everyone likes Bill. Bill is like he was going to get carries. It is my contract year. Yeah. I need all the work. It's okay for me to split some time with Eckler. That's cool. That's fine. Now you add a third party, and you add another individual into it. You're going to limit my carries on my contract year when I need to make money. Mm-hmm. You might as well get rid of me. That's how and you're not going to re-sign me anyway. Let's keep that. That's the discussion.
We got to think about. They got to figure this Terry McLaurin thing out. Everybody.
That too.
And to think that all of this doesn't play a financial factor.
That's a good point too.
Would be irresponsible of us, right? Yeah. Because Terry contract would kick in next year.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
And you already know you're not bringing. So you gotta figure out which asset you can get something out of.
Yeah, that's true.
Having to release, get nothing, or go ahead and play throughout the season and release then as well. Yeah. Right? Like if there's something you can get back because you got to make a decision because you got to get your wide receiver one back.
Yeah.
And you got a deep running back room.
There you go. Yeah.
Improved offensive line. Let's be clear. That Bill play.
That line.
That offensive line did it.
They did the work. Bates too. Like Bates. Young boy. Like Connolly and Bates. They did some work.
The offensive line did the work. That's what I'm talking about in terms of it's an improved offensive line. They have to make way for people to get through, and they did. And I mean, the Bengals defense isn't good at all. But at any rate,
I'm with it, man. Pay Terry.
It's you got to think about all of the different factors. You're not going to pay these other guys as much. They don't cost as much. You got to try to get something back in value. You still have opportunities to get better. Still have some spots where you do need to get better. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's just be honest about that too, everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Hello, Ebony. Welcome.
Everybody.
Yeah. Wole, pay Terry so he can come back, bro. You want me to pay him? I wish I had money to pay him. Mm-hmm. I love Terry. I would definitely pay him. I would definitely have Terry back. Let's go back let's see. In terms of so let's go back into we got the new.
I think it is important to go back and talk about John Bates.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about Bates, please, because he played ball out. Talk about.
It's been clear that John Bates is the best blocking tight end in the league.
I'm starting to see it. I'm
the kind of person that once players say something, whether it's directly to me, then once they say it out loud, the tape doesn't lie.
I'm starting to see it. I was like, I'm gonna say hating, but I was like, why we had this dude? Because the dude can't catch to me. But I'm starting to see it though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to see it though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, yeah, like especially in the preseason game, his blocking was immaculate. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I was like
T.I. right now. He was immaculate.
Pay attention to that dude though. You know what I mean? They don't even man. To him. He is
I like that. Donnie Warren. That's a good one. Cause he was blocking like Donnie.
I appreciate his effort. You know, he really, yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm. And I said this last night on the pregame, but I do think is worth repeating from a Commander's cornerback perspective. When other teams come to the game.
So I got stop being. Hey, okay. Mama Waller.
Hey, Mama.
Hey.
To talk to me.
There you go.
It's a shame. It's crazy when yes, hi Mom, hi. That's Mama Waller. Everybody for the people who may not know me, that is my mom.
Yeah.
Your name
awesome.
come up.
She's awesome.
That is my mother.
Awesome. Yeah.
She has to watch every show that I'm on, and I don't even know if I've talked to her.
Hey, my mom, you better African parents. My mom, like I love my mom with a passion. She'll never watch my shows. I be telling, watch my show, mom. She'll never watch my show, man. I appreciate you. That's me being petty to my mom, man. I'm sorry. I love my mom though with a passion and shit.
That is so funny. Oh, that is so hilarious. I just had to say that about John Bates. And I was going to say something about the corners.
Go, the corners?
Oh, about the corners and just teams that come to scout.
Yeah, talk about that, yeah.
They were coming to scout,
yeah.
Bengals receivers. And so, I mean, whoever comes to scout because they prepare, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these aren't necessarily games that people come to scout because, like, for what? It might be a false interpretation of how good a team is.
Yeah.
That's what I found, y'all, because I think I just hopped on. I didn't even tell her.
That's what's up. Nah, it's I wanted to, because we did talk about, on the Allbird and Go everything pregame show, like we talked, and I was excited about seeing like Trey Amos go against these dudes like Higgins and Chase. And so when he didn't play, I was pissed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, what the like I was pissed. I was like, this is the work you need. Like, this is the work. This is real work. Like, I'd seen the script, like, and them boys was playing. Like Chase and Higgins was playing. Like, that's the work.
They were.
I'm like, Joe Burrow was playing. He played like too long.
But Joe Burrow was playing and he was getting out. He was out there
crazy. He was acting crazy. Joe Burrow was acting crazy.
Yeah, they might need to do
crazy
something with their offensive line. I ain't got nothing to do with that. But that, even for me, I was sitting in there like, wow, they got Joe out there.
They were doing too much.
He out there running for his life in the preseason.
Yeah, they were doing too much.
They was going to keep making him play. Like, nope, this work. And yes, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they were out there rolling. But here's what I'll say, even with Trey, because again, in the preseason, you do not have to, teams don't have to disclose. Trey Amos was definitely not on the list of players that were not playing.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were alarmed as well. I think we might have saw him on the sideline in street clothes. And I was like, well, wait, why is Trey, like with the gamers? I was like, why is Trey on the sideline with street clothes on? And so he was experiencing some hamstring tightness. Gotta watch that. Coach Quinn was open and saying, hey, if this was the regular season, he would have played. But I immediately went to how protective they were over Bill. Right? When they took Bill out in New England, Bill did not play in the Burgundy and Gold scrimmage. And they had Bill in, I call it no contact black, right? On Saturday. We know that Bill played, right? He was going to have him featured, so he played a lot. And so my thought process is, this precautionary. They feel, that was the right thing to do. Is having some hamstring tightness. They kept him out of practice Saturday, didn't play Monday night, so they're gonna be protective over their assets. So,
Danny has a question for you. He says, Candi, with B-Rob leaving with the will the Commanders keep 3 or 4 running backs, and who would they be?
If he was still here, I think I might have told you all like that. I was like, I think they're gonna keep 4 running backs.
Yeah, you just said that.
When I said that, even with him here, if he would have stayed, I would have said they could keep 4 running backs. I still feel like they could keep 4 running backs. I feel like they just want to give the return job to Kaz Allen. Like they want him to have it, but it's not like he's taking it, if that makes sense. And Kaz Allen, if we really being honest, he's been around for a bit.
He has. Like, I think that I'm with you. I feel like they want to give him the return. They want
to give it to him. Like, here, man.
It's crazy because in college he was really good at it, but anytime I see him, like, I don't see the same dude I saw in college. Like, you don't look like
right.
So, you know what I mean? To your point,
I can easily see them going with 4. I mean, I could always see them going with 4 because of the special teams.
Yeah, like
I can always see them going with 4. Going back to use your clues, when I asked Cliff Kingsbury about it, he was like, there's 6 or 7 guys that will be on the NFL roster. So if they're not here, they'll be somewhere. And then if they're not here, then it's the risk in will they get picked up?
Yeah.
right? So they don't land on the practice squad, So I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it all because of the special teams. And I mean, of course, at this point, right? There's Austin, there's Bill, there's Chris Rodriguez, there's J-Mac.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely
So, and they all play special teams again.
Yeah, Thomas Carter. I'm gonna make sure you get Thanks, Thomas Carter, for the super chat. Thomas, you got a question? You got a comment? Let me know, man. Just sending a shot, man. Appreciate you, Thomas, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you.
But I think Diana has a question. It says, any truth to Pitt turning down a trade offer to their for their tight end and a second for Terry McLaurin? I don't think so. I don't think that's true.
I'm not. I'll be honest.
I've not heard about that one.
I will be very honest with you. I have not asked. I can ask.
I have.
I have not. I have not asked.
That's a good question.
Because the Commanders, I've also said this, the Commanders have not made Terry McLaurin available for trade.
Yeah.
It's the time that I just said it out loud.
Yeah.
Everything changes, but they have not made him available.
Yeah.
So
we'll see, man. Yeah, he said Kaz missed a huge hole. Huge alley on the return Monday night. Yeah, it's just that I feel like he hasn't really
want to give it to him.
All right. George says, will we see McNichols this Saturday?
It would be interesting because Coach Quinn made a point to say that they plan to feature. It was more. You saw more of Chris Rodriguez and Bill because that was the plan.
Yeah.
And not as much as Eckler and McNichols. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. B-Rob ain't out here. Who said B-Rob? He ain't out here. I'm trying to read all these questions before I go to the next one. All right. I think I read enough. I read a lot of your questions actually. So let's go into the Bill question. So we'll ask this question for you. Out of all, I'll say this. I'll ask this question. It'll be a different question because everybody asks the Bill question. Could you see Chris Rodriguez starting in week 1 for the Commanders?
Yeah.
You can see it? Okay.
If they go before and somebody plays special teams, I wouldn't see, because then you would use the versatility angle.
Yeah.
And somebody would play teams, whether it be Jeremy or C-Rod.
Got you.
Austin, Bill, J-Mac, or C-Rod.
Okay. But you can see him being a starter running back in week 1, C-Rod. You can see that. Could you see that?
The Giants?
The Giants. Could you see him being a starter against the Giants?
Over J-Mac? I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly, I would have to go back and look at the Giants defense.
Okay. No, I'm interested because I know he had an impressive outing.
He had a good game against him last year.
Yeah, and he had an impressive outing this preseason. I mean, everybody's gonna talk about Bill's run, but he had a 30-yard run.
He has been doing this. He did it going back to the Giants game last year.
That's exactly. That too.
I thought that's where you were going with it, but
that too. I was going to definitely go to too.
Yeah, he had a very good game against the Giants last year. Chris has had some great games. He's good games.
What is this what is this Lake Show? Who is it? This is Gordon. Do you know this reference? I don't know reference.
Lake has a show.
Yeah, I know his Friday show. Yeah, I know that.
Yes.
Okay.
I am often invited to the show.
Okay.
And I know it's a great time and a great group.
Yeah.
So one day I'll have to try to jump in.
Yeah, I've seen the show. Yeah, I know. The show is dope. I've seen it.
You've been on it? Okay.
No, I have not been. I've seen it on there. I've watched it. I try to support it. I haven't been on there.
Yeah, I haven't been on there yet.
See.
That's right. Titans and the Falcons. I know J-Mac. See, J-Mac, that Falcons game, I would talk about that 4th and 4 for a long time.
Yeah.
Even the team tries not to talk about things from last year, so I try not to. But he had a 4th and 4. They gonna get after it. I think folks kind of wrote off J-Mac when he that fumble in the
Yeah, I wrote him off. I'm that person. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you tagged me. Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check out the tag.
It says, what about Bill?
I mean, at this point,
he could start. I mean, I definitely see him. I kind of think I feel like he's the lead. I feel like it's gonna be interesting. I feel like
see him in Austin for sure.
Yeah, I feel like Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I just felt like C-Rod showed a lot, and he's gonna be the bruiser. Like they need a bruiser, like a Thunder Lightning type dude. So
And
who's going?
told y'all about this running back room.
Yeah. So
So that's why I'm like, at some
yeah.
point, I got to track the football. Yes, Terry McLaurin needs to be signed.
Yeah, I think like this.
Going on, but
like this question from Deluxe, and we're about to shut the show down soon, folks. That's gonna let y'all know. Folks got meetings, folks got to sleep, so it's a lot going on tonight. A lot of y'all. All right. Does C-Rod, Deluxe, does C-Rod seem like the only one that could handle a heavier load? Eckler and Bill and McNichols seem better suited to limited touches. Your thought.
I think you can spread it across, and if you feel like getting Debo to come from the back, he can too.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of different things, a lot of versatility, a lot of different things you can mix up and go with.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
I get that.
You know, just let be surprised.
You said be surprised. I was going to say like a coming to America thing. Like, be surprised.
I'm like, I'm going to give you this heads up. And then maybe you were pleasantly surprised when I talked about John Bates being an extension of the offensive line and just the running back. Just be surprised.
Be surprised. Go with the flow.
Whatever happens,
yeah.
I think you'll be pleased. I don't know who's the returner, so that's why I'm just like, come on, Kaz. I want you to do it. I mean, Jalen as well, but you know.
I know, yeah, I like Jalen Lane. I think he's just amazing. I think it's gonna be amazing. I do it like. What about? Shoot, it was or Jaden. That's my name. I know the question. I almost lost train of thought. Jaden Daniels. Were you upset that he didn't get to throw the ball at all? Like. No. You're okay with that? Okay. I wasn't. I didn't care at all. I wanted him out as soon as he took that unnecessary hit. Like I was like, bro, chill out. Like, or avoided an unnecessary hit, like by going in the middle.
Pay any attention.
I was like, bro, don't even, bro. Like as soon as he made that touch, I was like, I'm done with you. I'm done. Just take him out.
I think I saw the sideline report with Lisa Salter.
Yeah.
And he was like, I wanted to score. I mean, he
funny.
Did.
Yeah,
he really did. And that big smile, he's
funny. Yeah,
I've never been around a group of people that just loved playing football.
True.
They were so happy last night.
Mm-hmm.
They were so happy. They were so happy they made me happy. I was like, I'm laughing and giggling, and why? Oh, because they are. Okay, this is cool. This is nice. It wasn't like, it's just the preseason. It's not that vibe at all. They were really, really, really happy to be at Northwest too. They were happy to be home. They were happy to be playing football. And he really, I mean, maybe he wanted to score.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even thinking about it. And he was going back in, and he was like, oh, coach told me I had to stop.
Oh man, Mike.
Well, remember last year that was the thing. Remember, like, I don't know if you remember in preseason when they told him he was done for the game, he didn't understand. He was like, "What? What do you mean? What? How?" So,
I appreciate like fam. Appreciate you. Hey, folks in the chat, like Bowie, like the Bowie TV YouTube channel. If you're watching from there, if you're in urban sports scene, like the YouTube channel. Like this video on both platforms. Like it, double like it, like all that stuff, man. Double like it.
Share, tell everybody.
Share and then tell everybody. Like sharing is caring.
Because I do pregame.
You do pregame.
Doing a recap here.
You do the recap here. Like I know it gets confusing.
You do the recap. Okay, right.
You do the recap here. You do pregame, Auburn and go. Everything.
But each one they can get to it through Bowie TV, but they can get to the urban sports scene and Auburn.
Yeah, all of them. You get through all of it. Like we'll connect with all of them.
Yeah. And then if you follow me, I try to connect on all of them.
Yeah. So that's what I'm like. Yeah. So y'all can connect. We're here. We're definitely here. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, Paul, man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, so
I'm laughing the way everybody saw that Jaden ran off the field. I was like, they literally gave us a heads up, like, hold on before anybody panics. Jaden has to go to the bathroom. We were like, okay.
Are you
And then
serious?
we saw him coming down. We were like, oh, okay. Because everybody's going to end up freaking out. Like, where is he going? Well, he's not playing anymore for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I know. I was glad.
Like, heads up. Jaden has to go to the bathroom. I was like, so what? Why are they telling us that Jaden got to go? Oh, because he's running to and
I was happy.
Like,
I was happy.
What's wrong with him?
No. I was happy that Jaden was done. I won't lie to you. I didn't want to risk his body.
Oh, yeah. I think I posted it. Like, all right, Jaden in the first team offense. Yeah. You're done.
You're done. I want to ask this question before we almost end the show. But first off, like you already mentioned players that did well and you kind of like felt like they impressed. What are some of the players that are from what you've seen the last 2 preseason games? Also, like through training camp, which players do you feel like are in trouble?
I kind of see a question like this, similar. Let me just go ahead and get it out of the way. I don't know with Luke McCaffrey. And Luke was open a couple times. He was open a couple times now. I don't know what the call was.
Okay.
Ben Sinnott, don't know what's happening there. Okay. Tyler Owens, I want to see a bit more from Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler might be on the bubble a little bit. They brought in Daryl Worley last week, safety, and Daryl played well. He's number 29. Yes, veteran in the league. He played well. So I think that's an important point. Did I say Ben Sinnott?
You said Ben.
Bringing up Ben. I know he needs the opportunity. It's got to be some more touches, but when you get the opportunity, you got to roll with it. I almost feel like, don't get me here, everybody, but I almost feel like we've heard Cole Turner's name a bit more than we've heard Ben Sinnott's name, which is giving me a little like clutching my pearls a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like Cole.
Clutching my Delta pearls. All right. I know you like, but I'm just being, I got to be objective.
Yeah.
I like my Delta pearls on that one, not wearing my pearls, but but just not seeing, those are big.
Things available. I think Ben's gonna get traded.
Like, here's the reality. Dominic Hampton went flying under the radar, and I kept telling everybody, like, you guys,
I knew he wasn't gonna be good.
Under the radar, and somebody they drafted last year, and they released him. So, I think that hey, I keep asking, did Jeff Driscoll retire? What happened?
Folks just asked about him. Like everybody's asking about him. All right, so talk about like
no. But I don't, and that bothers me. All
right, so talk about the backup quarterback situation.
Really is under my skin. Can you tell? Like I'm like, well, what? Because I feel like that's a problem that I didn't know was a problem, and that's an issue for me because I just let that one go, and I think I did because I didn't think it was going to be a problem. Yeah, and you can't catch everything. I can't catch everything.
Paul said he's available though. They want he's available if you want.
Who's that? Sam Martin?
Driscoll.
Oh, Jeff Driscoll. That's what I'm saying. Right. Yeah, that's why I'm like, well, did he retire? I don't understand.
He's available.
So, right. Exactly.
Yeah, he's available.
So I don't know. I can't catch everything, but trust me.
Yeah, Jameis is a third string as wow. That's an expensive third string. That's the problem. He's too expensive for a third string.
I don't know what happened to Jeff Driscoll at this point. After what we've seen these last 2 games. Now, in practice, but who cares? It's got to work in the game. And I'm just not sure what happened. I'm just not sure. When you really think about the fact that this quarterback room and how they're rolling, meaning everybody, they're doing the same things, all the things, and it just doesn't look good.
No, it looks nasty.
And it doesn't.
Nasty. It does look nasty.
And I mean, I just, Donna looked over at me at one point last night, and she just started laughing really hard. And she was like, your face. And I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, he's recovering from shoulder surgery. It definitely looks it too. I'm not gonna lie. His arm looks weaker, so it does look. Yeah, Candi, this is a question for you. Candi, what is the deal with? He's injured. Okay.
He's injured.
Okay.
He's on the entry list. He was there last night in the street club.
Yeah, Mike has questions about you, man. Like we already talked about this though, Mike, about Frankie. I don't know. Frankie too hype, man.
This Frankie, they got him.
Frankie too hype, man. Frankie too hype. He
He's
got
hype.
chill.
I think bro, they saw it and they just flinched a little.
Leave it in Philly. Leave that in Philly, bro. Wow, leave that. Yeah, leave that in Philly. Leave that in Philly,
Frankie, like what is this?
Yo, Frankie got chill.
And I said it right before it happened. I said Frankie gonna jump, and he did. And I was like,
yeah, Frankie got chill. All right, well,
okay. So on fourth down now, and like just so I don't know how to. I don't even know. I'm not saying he needs to calm down. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is whatever needs to happen to get the pre-snap penalties in check. That pains me. That comment pains me. I'm not saying that it's wrong.
Yeah, I don't want him to be
It's such upside. But he got to stay healthy.
You got to. The availability, man. The best thing is availability for real.
It pains me. It pains me. But it's not wrong. It's not incorrect. It's not incorrect at all.
Yeah.
I've been. Hey, listen. Here's what I'll say to that comment.
Yeah.
Was simply pay attention to the interior defensive line, and then I ran off. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine somebody coming up out and being like, "Hey, everybody, you might want to pay attention to the interior defensive line. All right, have a good night." And then I leave. I'm telling you where to look so that you can look.
I said it. I mean, it is what it is.
Look and look.
I know. I'm just saying. Everybody thinks something's better. Everybody says something's better when somebody leaves. We'll see how it pans out.
You tell me what you see.
Looks the same to me. I don't know. Looks the same to me. That's what I was.
When I post certain questions, listen to the answer.
Yeah. I think. Well, Candi, before we
reason, I hope you all are impressed with Javon Kinlaw. I hope you know.
I mean, he just for me, I'm not like I'm not. He just looks like a guy right now. I'm waiting.
Really? Oh man,
for right now. But again, I didn't see but it's early. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the most I got to see him. So I'm not like to me, it's not like I don't see a big disruptor right now because. I mean, but that was a little size. It wasn't anything of like I didn't see him in the backfield like pushing it. I saw him keeping his strength, but I didn't see him in the backfield pushing the lineman all the way back. Like I didn't see it, and like I could be wrong, but I didn't see it. But again,
we're gonna circle back to that because
circle back. We're gonna circle back on it. Like it could happen.
Because it's because I've seen him get better. So when I asked Coach about it, I wanted to confirm what I was seeing. And
he looked good though.
Dietrich wise,
he looked good.
I mean, Dietrich is just after it. I saw a question about Daryl Worley. I want to say this because I think it's important to share.
Okay. I'm trying to help you out, Candi. I'm trying to help you out, Candi. And then you know that.
I got a couple more minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to help you out.
So I appreciate that. And so this team doesn't bring anybody just for bodies.
True.
They don't. Mm-hmm. They do not. When Coach Quinn last week actually brought him up, I said, oh, when my colleague David Harrison from Locked On Commanders and WUSA 9 asked about Will Harris and the safeties. Coach Quinn was talking about them. And then he said, we also brought in Daryl Worley this week. He's here, right? Mm. So they here to play. Mm-hmm. And remember last year, and this is a real thing, they said they're going to do all they can to get better. They will keep digging. They will keep it. So, we saw what they did to flip like Sam Howell, right? We know right at the trade, not the trade, but they made a trade for Marshawn.
They made a trade. Mm-hmm.
But during the training camp time, remember they traded Jahan Dotson and John Ridgeway.
Yeah.
So they things will start slipping through the cracks. You'll start be like, because I think a lot of people forgot about that John Ridgeway trade.
Yeah. That's one thing they could have used him though too.
But you see what I'm saying? They will make moves.
They will.
To make other moves.
True.
And so we saw them with Sam Howell, Jahan Dotson, and John Ridgeway make that trade for Marshawn Lattimore. This is like all throughout the season. So it's not just for like bodies. Because even if they have to dig into the practice squad, that's typically because of injury. Right. Yeah. Then remember, we started to see throughout the season when we started to see that old healthy scratch, healthy scratch, then they be gone. So that, you know, they move. They really are about playing. That's what they're here for.
Oh, Deluxe had a great point. Great point.
Yeah, I mean, he could. I mean, for sure. I mean, but it's part of the competition. You know, that's all part of the competition. That the training camp program is all centered around competition. You gotta bring it every single rep. Pads on, pads off. Game in, not in game. They don't play around. Best man going to win. Spots are earned. It's not just for show. They really do want to win. I think I saw a question about the ceiling. Is it NFC Championship or Super Bowl? I felt like I saw that somewhere, and I'm like, hey, I answer this question a lot. I feel like they could win less games.
Where's that at? Okay.
And they still gonna have to go to the NFC Championship, in my opinion. If they do anything other than what they did last year, it'll be looked at as the sophomore slump or a failure, which is completely unfair. It's completely unfair. I think it's a totally unfair expectation. But let's be for real.
Then where was that at? I still can't find that. All right, yeah. Glad you saw it. As long as you saw it, that's good. All right, well, okay, we're about to close the show out. Before we close the show, Candi, how can folks catch you on social media, catch your Bowie TV content? Please do it. Tap in everything. Go ahead. Let everybody know. Let it be known.
At CWall SE on X. And make sure you are subscribed to Bowie TV on YouTube. If you're in the Prince George's County, Maryland area, we are on television on Comcast, channels 190 and 1097. And you can follow me on Facebook, Candi Waller, like Bowie TV on Facebook, Bowie TV Sports on X, and Instagram. You can follow me at CWall. Trust me when I tell you, in the words of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, I ain't hard to find. And not now. So I used to do a good job of hiding, and that's just not happening anymore. So,
me 20 years.
We got to see how the season goes. But I was like, I might have to break this out on Christmas Day. You know, we got to see.
Deluxe is like,
listen, I wanted somebody to listen to me after the joint practice in New England. When I made my announcement to my media colleagues, I said, I would like to make an announcement. Everybody bring it in. Yeah. They need to get this deal done with Terry because
y'all see what's in there. Y'all see this wide receiver unit.
I cannot cover this.
Y'all see this,
but it's not going to be good.
Yeah, y'all see this unit. Y'all see what time. Y'all see the time. Y'all see what time it's on, man. But anyway, man, appreciate y'all pulling up. This has been dope. Great work. Candi does an amazing job. Love having her do these recaps, man. Appreciate you, Cliff. But we all got to get out of here, so I ain't gonna hold y'all. Anyway, you listening to the Urban Sports Scene. For ages, Yidig Deuces, we are out. Peace.